What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Mobius Final Fantasy. In this one, we will be taking a look at the Glam Vamp, one of the newest support jobs that just came out in Mobius Final Fantasy. We will be taking a full look, and first things first, let's take a look at this outfit. One of the more revealing outfits for the Maya currently. You got a whole lot of back, whole lot of chest there showing. And the outfit looks good. I like red and black together. I think it looks awesome. This is the weapon that she gets, that you'll get for using her, unlocking her job, getting your 8 panels and everything. Let's take a quick look at the weapon before we move on, because I don't want to forget to talk about it. The Hand Horns Grave X. It's a decent weapon. It comes with medic, and medic regenerates 1% of HP each action. Not that good. And then Prismatic Return plus 15. This is the same thing as Reunion. 15% Reunion for a Maya is like beautiful. The thing is, this is a placeholder weapon. You kind of want to be waiting for the Vesna weapon, which is going to be the best Maya weapon as far as Prism Return goes. So for right now, I'll most likely be using my Chaos Crescent X, the only Maya weapon I really ever use. Mine's pretty boosted so far, so I've got like the ult charge weapon going here. 2% here. Plus 6 auto charge, piercing break plus 72, so you can kind of break stuff easier, and then boost ultimate. So this is the weapon I'm still choosing here. But let's take a look at these stats, and then we'll talk about the deck. I mean, at the auto abilities, and then we'll talk about the deck. So this job is a fire, water, light job, which is nice elements. Pretty much replaces your Devout if you remember that job or currently have it. This one does, her ult does a Curtain Call. She is a mage type job, by the way. Curtain Call is your ult. It is a break-focused ult, but it can do some pretty good damage. It does the effects of Taunt, Debrave, Curse, Unguard, Party Mage's Trance, and then a Party Barrier, and then it does a Prism Shift for yourself. So the Party Mage's Trance and the Party Barrier is pretty, I don't know, for me personally, I'm not going to wait for my ult to drop a barrier on my party. Like, I'm already dropping that as a support in multiplayer. So for me, that's not really that good. And then the same thing with the Mage's Trance. It's not really, the Mage isn't waiting for you to drop Trance. They're going to bring their own Trance if they really need it. So I don't really like the party effects as much, but it does a Prism Shift, and it does the Unguard, Debrave, Curse, all that stuff, and that is really helpful, especially for like towers and harder battles and stuff. So I like that so far. Clutch Barrier, Clutch Region, Clutch Veil, Clutch Wall. That's beautiful, because that pretty much gives you all the barrier and the wall clutch abilities are really, really helpful when the going gets tough. Your enhancement is to the light element. You get 100% enhancement to light, and then 30% resistance to every element in the game. So fire, water, wind, earth, light, dark, which is pretty good. Especially, so this makes it just that much tankier. You're taking 30% less damage from your all incoming damage, basically. Piercing break plus 50, just helping you break red gauge a little bit more. Element starter plus 16, extended break plus 4 is very standard. And then the support Maya jobs get painful break, exploit weakness, improved crit, ability chain, all 30%. As you may know, the attacker Maya jobs get all these same auto abilities, but in 70%. So you're a little bit behind the attackers in terms of being able to do big damage. The attackers definitely have the better auto abilities, since they have about 50% more in each of these abilities. So she's not really gonna replace your attacker, although she could in single player, especially with that light enhancement. She's kind of very well rounded. It's a good way I can put this. One of the better jobs we have in the game right now, especially for a regular job. This thing's basically legend job potential. I mean, it is a healer in multiplayer. Enhanced heal drive plus 5%. Ultimate charger plus 2, just helping you out just a little bit more. Prism draw 10% is amazing. That's just like chance to draw prisms all the time without having to equip anything. Auto charge ult plus 3 is awesome, and then my favorite thing about this job is that you get Prism Elemental Starter plus 3. So that's really good. That's enough to be able to get off basically any kind of heart shifting deck first turn as a healer, which is like basically the meta right now. It's what you want to be doing. Prism Starter plus 3 is amazing. I cannot get over how good that is. Basically, if this is a regular job that's to White Mage's level, Hall of Fame's White Mage's level, without having to do all the Hall of Fame extra work, so it's a really, really cool alternative to that if you don't have that yet. Sleep resistance plus 100%, all meta jobs have that. When you job change shift, it's going to shift to light, which is awesome because that's your enhanced element. And then, of course, all these other buffs. JCR for heals and area boons and multiplayer life orb draw is your multiplayer standard buffs. So wow, this job is pretty impressive. Let's look at the stats here really quick. As you can see, we're pretty tanky. We've got 11k HP, which I like to see. I like to see 10k, I mean anything more than 9k HP on any job. And the fact that it's a healer is good. Also, we've got 3 stars defense on our current setup. 7 stars speed. Looks like 5 stars crit. And then look at this magic. 1247% magic. So really, really strong there. We've got our light Varuna in the deck. So we're going to be making use of that light enhance for our example deck here. The break power is decent at 772, and the attack power is pretty good at 875. So all in all, really well rounded for a support role. If you pull this job, this is... I remember when Devout first came out, it had similar elements to this, and it was basically an OP job, and that's what this feels like. So a new top tier of healers finally coming to us. Really, really dope. For my example deck, I just went ahead and put Undying here so you can give yourself your haste buff, which is very important, and your crit buff, which is also pretty dang good for damage. And then I've got Knights of the Round here, my trusty dusty Knights of the Round, just giving you all the good buffs you'll need to be able to do tons of damage. And then, as you know, this is our main target focus that adds weakened Maya card. If you don't have these Maya cards leveled up and ready to go, I would suggest using them, especially if you have a Maya job you could use them on. They're really strong. And then I'm using Omniscient for my single target damage focus. Just as an example deck, you could nuke all the red bars with this, and if this didn't kill them, then you could just break them with the ult charging weapon, and then use Omniscient to nuke them at the end. It wouldn't be a complete review without showcasing this job and seeing her in action. We have to see the ult. We have to see it. So let's make sure we got the right deck. The ult's the best part. Alright. And we'll slow it down. And let's watch her go. So we're on the FF7 map for our example battle here. And so you'll see the materia effects and everything going on. Super strong so far though, just like nothing can stop her. No problems doing anything that she needs to do. Wow. And of course with the materia, we're kind of destroying everything. So let me take the reins here, so we can charge this ult. Look how quick that ult charges. Super quick. Just a monstrous job. It's monstrous. Alright, let's use this ult. Let's buff up first, actually. That'd be nice. Throw some of that. Curtain call. Yes. Just a touch of fan service in there. So let me know how you guys are enjoying your Glam Vamp job, if you do have it, and how you like setting her up. And I will say that I really love using this job in multiplayer. It's a ton of fun. The party-wide ults, you know, the barrier and mage's trance is kind of iffy. You know, your party probably doesn't need that, but it is a lot of fun using it and being able to lock down your enemies with some stuns and stuff. So I'm enjoying it for sure. If you like this kind of video, definitely make sure to leave a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe for future Final Fantasy Mobius content, and I will catch you guys on the very next video.